stereo. Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order. Intellectually petty radio on the stereo. Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order.
And you are now tuned in to another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Men make moves and suckers stand still. Shout out to the nerd DJ. Shit, I forgot what the fuck I was about to say. Anyway, shout out to the OG DJ Johnny O, man. We got another legend in the building tonight, man. You know I don't fuck around, man. It's only legends over this way. I'm not sure what you're doing over your way, but tap in and learn what greatness is about, man. We got Phoenix's own Richie Evans in the building. Pressure, applying pressure all fourth quarter. What's good, bro? How you doing?
Man, what's up with you, champion? How you doing over there?
Oh, man, a little tongue-tied today, man. How you?
Man, listen, you know what I'm saying? I just made that. Hey, that just means you're doing something right, baby. That's all. You know what I mean?
Do me a favor. Turn your phone to the side for me.
Got you. Let me go and get you right.
Oh, that's perfect right there, man. How you doing, man? How's your family?
Shit, everybody blessed, man. I can't complain, man. You know what I'm saying? The family's good, the health is good, the music is good. So, you know, I'm definitely appreciative and blessed for that.
Yo, you might be one of the smartest niggas in hip hop.
I mean, I'm trying to get it right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We're trying to make it shake. You know what I mean? There's a couple other smarter niggas out there that I'm trying to get to. Hove, Nas, Tip, you know, but I'm definitely making my strides in making my business right. So I appreciate that you know, acknowledgement for sure.
I mean, like you every move seems calculated. You'd have been tapped in with Nike, you'd have been tapped in with Vitamin Water, you'd have been tapped in with huge corporations.
Yeah. I mean,
and you haven't even dropped the whole album yet, have you?
Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm dropping my EP January 20th, and then my official debut album drops in the summer. So I definitely been playing chess out here, man. You know what I mean? You know, really been linking with a lot of major brands and, you know, corporations, and, you know, really, you know, showing them my authentic self and kind of where I'm from and kind of what I'm about. They definitely fucking with it for sure. You know what I mean? It's just, like I said, at this particular stage of the game now, you know what I mean? It's just trying to align and connect them dots. You know, I come from a city that's you know, not known for, you know, a big hip hop scene. You know what I mean? You know, Phoenix is definitely not known for that. But there's a lot of talent and there's a lot of great artists out here. So, you know, part of my mission, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, stamping myself is also stamping and bringing the light from where I'm from. And, you know, showing people this side of the tracks a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yo, and I'm not sure what's going on with the reception. So it ain't me, but every so often, like, I still hear you. The audio is perfect, but the visual kind of like stops for a second, just so you know.
Okay.
Yo, how did you end? Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. You run into the game. Is that the beginning for you, or what was the beginning for you?
Yeah, no, definitely. I got my start in this industry by running into the game. You know, he was out in Phoenix, man, and you know, back in the day, like, you know, Rough Riders was, you know, super big, and they kind of created a hub out here. You know, DMX lived out here, Swizz lived out here, Cassidy recorded a couple of his albums out here. So, you know, a lot of you know, artists would, you know, come, you know, fly in and fly out to work with Swizz. You know what I mean? You know, the good thing was, you know what I'm saying, me and Swizz, we worked out of the same studio together. So that was kind of a thing to kind of where I kind of got to a little in, you know what I mean, to that industry life. But yeah, man, I ran into the game and I gave him a disc. You know, he called me the next day and told me to hop on a plane. You know what I mean? I ended up flying out to LA, man, and, you know, I spent the weekend with him, and it was just strictly music and business. You know what I'm saying? I was in the studio with him, you know, helping him create, you know what I'm saying, the Doctor's Advocate at the time. You know what I mean? And we literally, you know what I'm saying, stayed in that mug, 3 days straight. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even leave.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end of my trip, he gave me a contract, and I ended up signing with him. And through that journey, a lot of things have happened. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a platform and an opportunity to build. You know what I'm saying? Also, he gave me, you know, a battery in my back for the city to take me serious. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really, have anything of that particular magnitude out here, somebody to sign with that magnitude. And at that time, Game was probably one of the biggest artists in the industry, bar none, besides 50 himself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, man, like I said, I was able to study, you know what I mean? I definitely, studied up under him and helped, garnish a real musical ear, you know what I'm saying? Really, studied how to put, certain bodies of work together. But I also learned from his, successes, but I also learned from his mistakes, though.
Let me ask you this. Let me cut you off right there.
Yeah.
You were able to witness the beef between them brewing,
right,
and come to fruition.
Right.
Was there ever a point where you like, bruh, you wrong on this one?
All the time. But here's what I say though. You know what I mean? When you get a man, who's fighting for something, you got to understand he freshly just had a kid. You know what I'm saying? He got one of the biggest albums out. When a person cut off your water, things start changing. And what I mean by that is funding. You're beefing with the person that you signed to, who financially controls somewhat of your livelihood at this particular moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was one of those particular situations for me to where I just seen a lot of young shit going on. I thought that maybe, he could have scaled back a little bit and maybe took a different approach, but he necessarily didn't want to. And he wanted to take it another route. Same with Fifth. You know what I'm saying? There was things on Fifth's end that I believe that, he could have done a little bit better too. But, when you're the biggest name in hip hop at that particular time, can't nobody tell you nothing.
Somebody got to get lost in the scenario.
Right. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, man, things happened how it happened. And that situation ultimately affected everybody that was signed to that roster. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we didn't have the opportunity to end up putting out an album at that time. Game was in a contractual situation trying to get off G Unit, but he was, contractually obligated. Shit ended up going to a street level. You know what I'm saying? Things was happening at radio stations or at concerts when we ran it. You know what I'm saying? It was just a wild environment. But like I said, I learned from the success aspect and the mistake aspect to utilize, on my own mission, so I don't make those same, train wreck moves and lose out on a lot of money,
Yeah, I can, and you can kind of tell.
Appreciate that.
Oh, come on, bro. Like the business moves, bro. Like niggas, you putting on a clinic
right now. I really am, no lie.
There's a lot of niggas that's not seeing what's going on, bro.
Right.
But like how you tap it? Okay, Vitamin Water, clearly a 50 Cent situation.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
All right. Did that extend after he sold?
Yeah. So well, basically, I got my situation with them after. How it happened was just like I said, learning that particular situation. People fail to realize the first person to get that offer wasn't 50; it was Game.
Oh God, you gotta be kidding yourself.
Yeah. So like I said, it was a lesson learned for me. Game got the deal at that particular time. He was so hot. Everybody was throwing money at him. He had the 310 car situation. He had the Reebok sneaker situation. Like, bro had a lot of corporate business going on. And the Vitamin Water thing, they came to him. They asked what he wanted. You know what I mean? And he gave them his request. And at that particular time, I don't think that they didn't want to do it. I think they couldn't do it. I think that they wasn't in the position, because they was a startup company, that they didn't have the liquid cash to give him $1 million. You know what I mean?
And 50 said, let me get equity.
There you go. So they was like, hey, we can't fully give you $1 million because we necessarily don't have that. We're still a startup, but we can give you maybe half of that and give you some ownership stake in the company. But again, I think that maybe Game was just maybe too green at the time, and you know, when you get a nigga, you know, coming straight from Compton right off the block, of course he just want the check. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you know, he passed on it. And like I said, you know, 50 was in a better, you know, financial situation than Chuck was at the time. So he did take the equity. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was missing the meal. It wasn't like he didn't already have a couple million. You know what I mean? So he took the deal, he took the situation, and it worked out for him. As far as myself, you know what I mean? They was going to different cities looking for the next wave of artists. You know what I'm saying? And what they wanted to do was they wanted to put some money behind a couple of them and market and promote them on the road. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I mean? They would, you know, ship you, you know, vitamin water, you know, every month, you know, cases and cases and cases. So for myself, you know, I didn't want to shoot myself in the foot and ask for something crazy because I just seen what happened with Game.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, you know, check it out. You know what I mean? Instead of me, you know, asking for something, how about you guys, you know what I mean, shoot me an offer. I'll go back to my attorney and my team and we can see if that's something that benefits both parties involved. And they did. They came back with a number, you know what I mean? So at least I understood where the ballpark figure was at.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You know, I went ahead and added a little bit extra onto it, you know what I mean? Returned it back. They said, cool. We locked in for, you know what I'm saying, a deal for 2 years, man. And it was a blessing for me. You know what I mean?
I bet it was. Yo, how did the Nike situation jump off then?
Like kind of it was the same way. You know, at that time, outside of myself, there was only a few other people who was really, you know, making headway in Phoenix. And my man Omari Stoudemire was out here too. And like I said, he played for the Suns, and he got a shoe called a Nike Trunner 1. At that
too, like let's give him his props too.
Oh yeah, no. He definitely got busy. Like I said, I wish he would have stayed, but you know, he went to New York and got that 100 milli, so I wasn't tripping on that either. You know what I mean?
Added that one.
Yeah, no, definitely. But he like I said, he had a Nike Trunner 1 shoe, and he wanted me to do the music for it. You know what I mean? He was like, shit, let me get the young boy who buzzing out here to do the music. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he basically threw me a lob. You know what I mean? He let me do the music. And then when he went to go film it, he was like, yo, I need y'all to fly out young boy too. So, you know, Nike brought the jet out. Me and him hopped on it. We flew out. You know, I was able to meet, you know what I mean, people in the, you know, corporate office and this, and that. And he actually helped me get an endorsement deal with them. Same situation, man. It was a couple years endorsement deal. Got a nice check out of it, and definitely some nice business relationships and a grip of shoes. You know what I mean?
I'm not mad at that, bro. Yo, shout out to that nigga, man. That's a hell of a lob.
Yeah. You know, but also I think it was just, you know, I'm always big on just trying to do the most solid thing. You know, I seen him out in the club a couple nights, and you know, I tossed him a couple bottles of champagne, you know, beforehand. So definitely, you know what I'm saying, we had a respect and friendship and a movement within the city before we even got to the business. So I just think that he just threw that back just for being a solid one. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, so you get through that.
Yeah.
When do you start the Evans administration?
Man,
and what is the Evans administration?
Got you. You know, the Evans administration is my independent company. You know what I'm saying? TEA. You know, I just felt like watching so much business shit go array with other people. You know what I'm saying? I felt that I garnished the knowledge and skill set to create my own. You know what I mean? And I felt like I built a lot of business relationships corporately and musically. And I felt that, you know, it just comes a time where little monkey turns gorilla. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, you always got to, you know, be respectful and pay homage to the ones that gave you a shot. But, you know, I think that I did that for more time than what I needed to, you know what I mean? Just off of respect and loyalty, you know what I mean? But like I said, a couple years ago, man, you know, it was just time to build my own. Like I said, I started the Evans administration. We did a partnership with Ingrooves, who got bought out by Universal. So I kind of got like an independent major situation going on. You know what I mean? I just start putting a lot of work in. You know what I mean? I start picking out my team in my cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Very detailed. You know what I mean? just put some rules and understanding down of kind of where we, where we going, and things have been happening. Like I said, we got the first record that came off the label was called For You, featuring my guy Vito. We got to number 48 on the Billboard charts. You know what I'm saying? And that was I appreciate that. That was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Coming from out the city and coming out this way. And like I said, now we gearing up for the EP dropping January 20th, and we just dropped a new single called Pressure, featuring my guy Eastside K-Boy and J-Rock from TDE. So, we definitely out here ain't playing no games, and we definitely out here trying to run it up.
Is there a visual for that? Because the song is fucking fire.
Man, you know what I'm saying? We do right now, actually. We do got a visual. We just trying to schedule out the right time to drop it. But yeah, we definitely got one.
Yo. Shit is crack. I don't even know if crack is like a thing anymore, man. I'm old.
I appreciate it though. I appreciate it.
Man,
now, the record is tough though. The record is tough.
You know what? Another one I fuck with, that Legends Never Die.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that was one of my first joints I did too. Stepping into the game, man.
That shit is crazy. I like that vibe for you too, man. Like,
man, I appreciate that.
I like the soul wave for you.
Yeah. No, that's definitely, what I'm saying, right up my alley, man. It's, like I said, it's talking about, real life situations and talking that talk. So definitely.
And you got the joint with Rick Ross on this on the Highly Favored, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, my next, so the official single is the joint with me and Ross called Can't Knock the Hustle. That's I think that's going to catapult me to where I need to be. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Ross is a solid a solid person. You know what I mean? He out here teaching wealth, and he really rocking the type of music that I really vibe with. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a complimentary record on both sides of the fence. So we got that coming out in January, and I think that's really going to take me to where I need to be, man, and push me to that next level of success musically.
That's one thing, and I say this all the time. Like, as far as picking beats for him,
yeah,
ain't nobody better at it.
No, it's funny that you say that, because that's how the record even came about. I picked it, cut it, and I ran into him when I was doing some media in LA, and we got to chopping it for about a cool hour. You know what I mean? Just on some music. I let him hear the record, and that's exactly what he said. He was like, "Man, this is something that I would have picked." You know what I'm saying? And it was,
right there.
Yeah, definitely was a compliment to some of the stuff that I was doing on everything.
So did you just send it to him and he did it, or were you actually physically there to see him?
No, what happened was I actually physically was there to play him the record. And then he had some, like I said, I was doing some media. He was doing some media too. We ended up staying at the same hotel, so we had a time to really to vibe and blend. And then I gave it to him right then and there. And then maybe about 2 weeks later, man, he hit me on the text and was like, "Yo, I'm about to send it back." And he sent it back, and it was just good money. You know what I mean? Good money. I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and boost this up a little bit." It's time to line it up and really not play no games.
So when was the last time you screamed in excitement by yourself over an accomplishment hip hop wise?
Right.
When was the last time?
2 days ago.
Yo, what happened?
Me and Ross shot the video. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like I said, I've been over here loading up the clip, baby. I'm about to trust what I'm loading up.
Nigga, that's gotta be a budget killer though. Because Rick Ross is not shooting a video like in your mama house.
No, at all. No, definitely it's a budget killer. But another thing I'll say about Rick is this, man. Like he very, very relatable. Like I thought that he was gonna try to drain me. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. Okay. He really respected the music. He liked the energy and the vibe. And quietly, you know what I'm saying? He really, really rocked with me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's been rumblings and some talk, about, me
some doing the music.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And, we've, since we did the record together, you know what I mean? I've been hung out with him a few more times, you know what I'm saying? Went to a couple shows, like really, blending with each other. So, Yeah, there's definitely some potential there. It's just, again, if the paperwork's right, and also, man, I just don't want to put myself back into a situation to be sitting behind somebody and something don't work, not because of me, but because of them. You know what I mean?
That's got to be fucked up right there too.
Yeah, I mean, it lingers on me because of the game situation. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this, man. Like, right now, I'm comfortable because we're moving at a great pace. I think we're putting out great music right now. I think each time that we dropping, we getting bigger, we getting more notoriety. The music is getting a little bit more tougher. And I think right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm starting to get the national recognition that I was originally looking for. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
I'm looking like the body of work is not as vast as a lot of other people.
right. And
The traction that you are getting for each step, like some niggas, it takes 100 steps to move a half a mile.
right.
You taking one step, nigga, and moving 10 miles.
Yeah. I mean, I'm appreciative of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that goes back to calculated moves and really just outlining a lane for yourself. Ain't no traffic over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm. Hey, listen, my head is down, my chest is out, and my prayers is up, and I'm keeping it moving. I ain't really looking to the side on what everybody else is doing. I'm trying to have so much faith in me that they got to jump on my wave.
So when Richie Evans steps in the club in Phoenix, that's a scene.
Oh, facts. They know exactly what time that is.
They know, bro.
Huh?
How's that feel?
It's good, but here's my thing though. It all is not going to matter. You know what I'm saying? If I can't bring a platinum plaque to my city, a gold or platinum plaque, you know what I mean? I think we living in a time of validation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And my ultimate goal is to say that I'm either the or one of not too many people to actually have that type of hardware coming from where I come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, man, I'm definitely out here putting in the work. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping that the world embraces it as much as I do once we start putting these projects out. I ain't gonna lie. This Pressure record though, man, this shit is doing some numbers real fast.
Are you seem surprised?
Yeah, I am surprised a little bit because I thought that the record might be a little bit too brash for the general. You know what I'm saying? I thought that cats from like my surrounding and your surrounding and other people would gravitate to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to see white college niggas out here smashing this record. I'm looking at the Spotify and Apple. I looked at my what is it, pre-sales. You know what I'm saying? It was triple than anything that I ever did. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of like, yo, this record is really taking heat on its own. And I will admit, I know that a piece of that is coming from that whole TDE camp too. J Rock and Kendrick, they got a wide fan base. You know what I'm saying? They got the white boys, they got the rockers, they got the hip hop heads, and they got the real niggas how we rock. So
Kendrick is an event.
Yeah, he's definitely that.
Yeah.
No, Kendrick, shout out to Kendrick, man. Like, it trips me out that his success is so big that he's probably the biggest name in hip hop now besides Drake. It's crazy.
I gotta give J. Cole the same love.
Yeah, you know what? And let me not slack on J. Cole for sure, because his album was fire too. But
and that nigga does absolutely nothing.
I get it. You're right.
He just writes bars and goes home.
I respect that though.
I respect it completely, but he comes out the Batcave, saves the world, and goes back and chills.
Yep.
Kendrick is the same way. The nigga took 37 years to make another album.
Right.
Comes out, makes fucking blows up the planet for a week, and then goes back and chills.
Yeah, man. Truthfully speaking, man, I hope that I can get to that particular point. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm outside a little bit more than both of them combined. But, like I said, man, go out, bless, show love with your people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure people get your music, man, and go back and take care of your loved ones and handle your business. That's what it's about.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm from the Tupac genre, and I
Right.
feel like it's a little disrespectful.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
And
say just disrespectful to your talent.
okay. Respect. Yeah, I
That
can
you,
see that though.
that you don't fully capitalize on the greatness that the good Lord bestowed upon you.
Okay. So let me say this though. But living in the era and the time that we living in right now, and RIP to Tupac too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's okay to be out the way. You know what I'm saying? Even look at this takeoff situation. You know, RIP Pac, look at Pac's situation. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Okay, but let me ask you this, and I'm gonna be 1,000%. And rest in peace to everybody that's lost their lives. But has there been anybody that lost their life where you didn't be like, I understand how it happened, not why it happened.
uh, now I might get a little flack for saying this. Um, the Tupac situation was, people, sometimes, Pac was new to his environment. You know what I'm saying? He was, on the West, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, I mean, I ain't gonna say everybody, but, a lot of people know that environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, we're not
That
going to
nigga,
react.
that nigga was not new to his environment, bro.
No, you're right. No, you're right. But I'm saying is as far as that gang culture,
That they jumped a man,
right?
and they jumped a crip,
Right. And
and he knew he was jumping a crip.
right. I always say, man, it's that every action got a reaction type situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, you know, for Pac, I always say, like, damn, I wish he wouldn't have stomped out Orlando. Like, let his security do that, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
Although I think it was bigger than Orlando. I think it was a
definitely
whole, I'm a conspiracy theorist when it comes to Pac,
got it.
because Pac was that guy that was I think Pac was really trying to revolutionize hip hop, and not just hip
Definitely,
hop.
definitely.
And I think he needed to be dismissed of by the powers that be. But
Mm,
generally speaking, like if you look at Nipsey, that was a hood situation.
yeah,
PNB Rock put himself in a
in that
hood situation.
right.
Takeoff, rest in peace, bro. You shouldn't be gambling down.
Man, I said that the other day. I said, man, it comes a time where you got to put that pride aside, man. Especially when you got, money like that. You should have John Wick security, and also you shouldn't even be shooting dice in public like that anyway. Go ahead and
Man,
take
bro,
it back to the mansion or
man,
into your environment with your people. You know what I mean?
I'm a regular Joe, and I've played blackjack in the VIP section of the casino.
Right,
There's another VIP section that I can't afford to play in.
right.
That's where you're supposed to go shoot dice when you're, on that level.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
and my point is like people be like, oh well, rappers are in danger. Ain't nobody shooting at Common. Nobody shooting at Drake.
Right.
Nobody shoot. And Drake talks shit.
Yeah, Drake be talking his talk for sure on that.
J. Cole rides a bike through fucking New York. Nobody's shooting at that man.
Yeah,
There's a certain energy that we avoid talking about.
yeah.
And situations that some of our brothers are putting themselves in
Yeah.
that are completely unfortunately, but unavoidable.
But let me say this though. I go back to that's what I was saying about J. Cole, Kendrick, and Tupac, where I said, yo, they drop their music, handle their business, and get out the way. And I know you said from the talent aspect. I'm like, well, at that moment for that body of work, what much more talent can they do? They come out, J. Cole be putting his whole soul into his music. Same with Kendrick and Pac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that they embody that great music, put it out, you know what I'm saying, do the necessary business and stuff that they got to. And I think that they go back in the house to recharge. You know what I'm saying? This industry will definitely take a lot out you and will definitely can definitely turn the monsters on you too if you let it.
What do you hate the most about it?
The industry?
Yeah.
Man, it's just a couple things. One is, it is the fact that as an artist, no matter what you're doing or where you at, you know what I mean, you always got to look over your shoulder and make sure that you in your great surrounding, because you never know who is who. You know what I'm saying? I think that's always the unfortunate thing. Like even with me, I got a protocol with myself. I say what's up to cats and dap from a distance, but I like to be at a distant proximity with a lot of people, because you never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another thing, man, is just a lot of niggas in this really love the art of music. Don't get me wrong, it's a business. Of course, we all want to be successful, but you know what I mean? It come, we all battling the demons and sharks of people trying to take away some of the gifts and some of the things that come along with this industry with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be sitting there, watching cats go super, super platinum, and, they didn't gave all their money to the label or to whoever, and they really can't even provide for their families or loved ones, and stuff like that. So, just like I said, man, some of the ignorance in it where, people, people try to take away from people, and also just some of the business ethics that go along in here, man. Those are the two things that I really dislike, and those are the two things that I stay away from the most. Like I said, I surround myself with my people, the people I know who love and support and want to see me thrive. And, just like you said, I also make sure that I put myself in environments, what I'm saying, that, we're able to, kind of control and spread that love and vibe.
Okay, so all right, so Phoenix, you fuck
Right.
with Rum Nitty?
Say it again?
You fuck with Rum Nitty?
Rum Nitty, yeah, no, rum that nigga, no lie.
Yeah, I'm old. Oh my god, man, I'm a battle
Rum.
rap fiend, bro.
Yeah, no, Rum is definitely. I met Rum a couple times. We had a couple events together. Actually, we had a couple concerts that a couple promoters booked us for, and hey, Rum is one of the niggas out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely
Rum is one of them niggas on the West Coast. Rum is one of them niggas in battle rap. Period.
Yeah, bar none. Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's elite.
Yeah, nah, he's definitely one of them ones, man. Like I said, shout out to Rum Nitty, man. And like I said, he one of them ones that's making the city look good. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them ones that really is gaining a lot of notoriety, respect, and attention in the field that he is in. But even also at that, he a great nigga. Like I said, he's one when we out at concerts and we run into each other. It's always, optimum respect on both sides of the field. You know what I'm saying? It's always love and embracement. You know what I mean? And that's big for artists who are building in the same city. You know what I'm saying? To spread love and do things the right way.
Yeah, a lot of cities ain't got that. Let me ask you this, and I ask everybody: when did you fall in love with hip hop?
Man, I could tell you the exact day, bro. The day that I seen Ice Cube perform in person. My uncle, I was young, bro. My mom and dad went on a vacation, and my uncle, my uncle at the time, yeah, it's crazy, right? They went on a vacation, and my uncle bought 2 tickets to the Ice Cube concert in advance, and he thought that I was going with them, but my mom was like, "Nah, you babysitting him." So he was kind of pissed off, like, "Damn, I bought a ticket for this chick." So he was like, "I'm not missing Ice Cube. I'm gonna take my nephew." So my dog, he took me to the concert, man, and I remember just seeing Ice Cube come out with that black fur coat and that hat that said nigga on it. I was done. After that, it was over. You know what I'm saying? I was still in my uncle's tapes, you know what I'm saying, listening to, Ice Cube, and I start, getting in love into the whole hip hop thing. And then when I finally got up on that Illmatic, it definitely was over.
Yo, what was the Ice Cube CD that did it for you though? What was the first one you started burning out?
That one was, well, no, I'm telling you that the one right there was America's Most Wanted. That was the one,
nigga.
And that one right there opened up my eyes.
That one, yo, that was. I've been around since hip hop started.
Talk to him.
That's got to be top 5, one of the most anticipated albums in the history of hip hop.
And the crazy shit was, I didn't really, like I said, I was young, my dog. Like, I didn't really understand the of it. Then, like I said, I seen Boys in the Hood after that. And then, like I said, I'm listening. And then, like I said, once I got onto that Nas album, It was it. It was it for me.
This nigga Nas, and I think he was 17 when he did Illmatic.
That's what I heard. Yeah, that's crazy.
Shit was. Oh my God. That's when niggas was still like, I would run to the store to get the newest copy of the Source.
Man, come on. Come on,
Like
man.
that. I needed to, and 5 mics, nigga.
Oh, man.
God.
Yo, what's crazy was a couple weeks ago, I was in LA working, and I ran into Dave Mays. The
Source creator, right?
Yeah, we stayed at the same. Matter of fact, I just was getting the Pressure record back from being mastered, and we stayed at the same hotel, and you know what I'm saying. And shout out to Dave Mays. Matter of fact, he was the first person to hear Pressure. Yeah, and we just got to chopping, and I was just giving him my little history. I mean, he knew who I was and stuff like that, but I was just like, man, I come from the era where you had to have 4.5 to 5 mics to have that respect out here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, man. And yo, man, like I'm old enough because I remember the beef.
Yeah.
I remember when he was, full-fledged NW. Like, I went to the concert when they had the movie and they showed them niggas running off stage.
Right.
It was because niggas was shooting fireworks in the fucking audience. I was there.
Got it.
It had nothing to do with the cops or whatever the fuck the story was in the movie.
Yeah.
Niggas thought niggas was shooting.
Got it.
Never came back.
Got it.
Like I was there, and I remember the beef, and when that nigga left, and niggas was like, man, it's Ice Cube. Like niggas didn't know how responsible Ice Cube was for NWA.
Thanks.
Until America's Most. Like, we knew the nigga was dope. Niggas didn't know he was that dope.
Man, what's crazy? Even with that, there was a story. So one of Cube's best friends, his name is Phoenix Phil.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was from actually, LA, but he moved out to, to Phoenix, blah, blah, blah. And, he told us the story about the time when he was in the studio with Cube and he was writing Fuck the Police. And Cube threw it away. He threw it away at first because he thought it was too much, going on. I think like Dre just got out of jail or something. Like something was going on, but he gave us this story where he was like, yeah, Cube almost didn't even make that happen. He was writing and he threw it away. And he said that in matter of fact, Cube says this on some of his interviews, and he was like, man, my partner Phoenix Phil grabbed it out the trash, opened it up, and then they all got to kind of congregate and kind of rallied for him to do it. You know what I'm saying? And he said that's kind of how it came about. He said he wasn't going to do it because, like I said, I guess Dre just got out of jail from being locked up and something was happening, and he didn't want to put more pressure on the group. But shit, he did it anyway, and that shit became a staple.
Yo, I can understand too, but that shit brought them a lot of heat.
Definitely.
Definitely. When the FBI sending you letters and shit.
Yeah. But they were smart about it though. You know what I mean? They was able to use that as a marketing ploy to help throw some gasoline on they buzz.
Yo, niggas don't give Easy the credit for his marketing genius.
Facts.
Like the nigga, like say what you will, whatever, like him, love him, hate him, whatever the case. The nigga's business savvy was way ahead of the game.
Definitely.
Rest in peace to that cat. All right, so and I ask everybody, man, legacy wise, 100 years from now, what you want them to be saying about Richie Evans?
Man, you know what I'm saying? They, first, I want them to be like, yo, he was one of the ones, who laid the foundation and opportunity for a lot of the next generation wave of artists, not just in Phoenix, but in hip hop in general. And to be like, yo, he was one of the ones who put a plan and a blueprint together. He executed and made shit happen. He lived his vision to the fullest by any means.
That's some real shit too, bro. Like, okay, so what is your writing process? Like, some people want the beat first. Some people write a song and find a beat that fits it. Like what works for you?
I mean, there's many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm one of them ones where go into the studio just organically. Catch my vibe, pick something out. You know what I mean? Visually, visually, in the brain, look at it through and then start going. Or like I said, I may have some real life shit going on. You know what I mean? And I may jot a couple bars down in advance before I even get there. You know what I'm saying? Or may have a melody or may have the theme of a record already planted before I get to the lab. So basically for me, it's just about vibe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can create a record just, with no music, just the theme of it, and then I go in there and create around it. Or go in there with a producer, listen to the vibe, you know what I mean, have a little Hennessy in my cup and do my 1-2. So definitely, you know what I mean, it just it's
that shit no more, bro.
It's about vibe. What, you on wine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm slowly getting there, you know what I mean?
I can't do Hennessy no more, man.
Yeah,
that shit. Hennessy is a jail sentence like that. I'm too old to be going to jail, bro.
Come on, man. I'm with you. Like, trust me. I'm over there finding me one of these red blends. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my wine game up.
Yo, man, you got to get your wine game up, man. And it makes you more sophisticated for the ladies.
Facts, though. Facts.
Okay, so what producers out there are you like, yeah, man, I get the budget or I just get the opportunity, I'm trying to fuck with them?
Oh, Hit Boy, right off the rip. Hit Boy. Yo, look, Hit Boy been slaughtering come on, J. Cole, Kendrick, the whole King's Disease, the Nas, you know what I'm saying, outline.
I hear more Rick Ross beats than Hit Boy beats.
No. So here's the thing, though.
For you.
So here's the thing, though. Right now, I have those, like, shout out to the Olympics. They produced the For You record. You know what I'm saying? For my solo album, you know what I'm saying? I got Cool and Dre. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I haven't heard them in a minute.
Yeah. Like I said, they do a lot of the Fat Joe, the Rick Ross, Khaled, you know what I mean? So, no, I definitely got them in the tool belt, but a person that I do want to work with that I really think that he can bring something out is Hit Boy. Because I think he can take that sound that you're talking about, that I'm comfortable in, and magnify it. Because I feel that's what truthfully speaking, I feel that's what he did with Nas. Bro, he got Nas on 10 right now, boy. He got Nas thriving.
And my boy accuses me this all the time. He says, I'm the old nigga that wants to be young musically.
Why? No, wait, what you listening to, though?
Because I fucks with Drake and 21 Savage.
I fuck with both of them, too. I want a record with 21.
I think that, and I tried listening to was it King's Disease? What's the name of Nas?
Stop. Yeah, King's Disease 3.
Yes, I tried listening to it, man.
Stop
I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not saying it's trash or anything, but it just I'm not
do it for you.
It ain't. I'm not the biggest boom bap fan.
You got it.
And it gave me boom bap vibes.
Got it. No, and you know what's crazy? This last one, this King Disease 3, definitely had the boom bap vibe. No lie. The first two was a little bit more different. You know what I mean? A little bit more mainstream. He had this shit with Fivio and shit like that. So yeah, but you're right. This one is definitely more that Queensbridge boom bap original Nas sounding than the other ones. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, and like Illmatic was different for me.
Yeah.
It had the best of the boom bappies.
Definitely.
And it's not even close.
Yeah.
Got a chance to interview Pete Rock a couple years ago.
That's big.
And, yeah. Oh my God, man. I waited on that fucking interview, man, for like 3 years, bro.
Yeah, great things take time. I mean, but shit, that's definitely an interview to wait for, though.
Yo, he was talking about the Nas joint, man. Like, oh my God, man. And then he had Primo in the studio with him.
Crazy.
When they was doing that shit. Oh my God, it's outlandish. What's the dopest hip hop moment you had so far?
I got a couple. I would say, what I mean, me and Ross sharing the big screen is a big testament to what I'm pushing right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And knowing that me and my team did that. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely say that. Another moment would be, even the pressure record. You know what I mean? Like, to know that I'm respected enough by some of these other MCs, that are, J Rocks and your Kendricks, and you know what I'm saying, to wanting to be able to collab and it coming out great. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a test. And then like I said, I met Nas a couple times, just on the humbug. You
What's
know what I
that nigga
mean?
like?
Man, it's trippy because if people, I studied Nas. That's where my foundation came from. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it tripped me out that we was just similar, like on the cool nigga energy. You know what I'm saying? Like like I'm telling you, I'm the cool nigga in the back. You know what I'm saying? Doing fly shit only. You know what I mean? And to see, come on, man, and then to see,
This nigga need his own theme music.
But to see the person I kind of was building that foundation from, I'm like, damn, man, like this nigga Nas is really, really that. You know what I'm saying? It was super dope, and just for him to know who I was, and to give me some little pointers and motivation, and it was just a big deal.
Yo, I got a chance to meet Scarface a couple months ago.
Man, he's one of them ones,
nigga. And like, okay, so I'm sorry, and we got a few minutes left.
Yeah.
But so my guy, Troy Muhammad, this is my dog. This is my dude. Calls me up. Student minister Troy Muhammad. Let me give him his propers. Calls me up like, yo, you want to go to the Scarface concert? I live in Cleveland right now. I'm from Detroit. It's in Detroit. Yeah, bro, I'll be there. It's fucking Scarface. Drive up there. We get there. We got all access. I'm on the stage with fucking Scarface after he performs. First off, the show was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life.
Good shit.
Get on the stage. We get backstage, and this guy talks to us for an hour.
Yeah.
At least. He didn't talk and cut us off. We had to be like, bruh, I'm old, man. I gotta go home. And he was everything you think Scarface is supposed to be.
Man, he's in my top 5.
He's in my top 5 too. He's a matter of fact. Since we own that, man, let's go ahead. Who's your other 4? I know Nas is in there, so you ain't got but 3 left.
Yeah, Nas, Cube, Scarface, Nas, Cube, Scarface, Hove, and T.I.
T.I.
Yeah.
You got no Pac, man. I'm about to hang up.
Well, no. Here's the thing. I don't put. So let me give my clarification. I don't put Pac or Big in that because I look at them as something different.
See, Pac doesn't deserve it. I mean, I'm sorry, not Pac, but Big doesn't deserve it.
No, stop. Come on.
Only because of body of work.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Biggie's cadences and words, bro. He was.
Yeah, but he doesn't have enough.
No, you're right. Unfortunately, he doesn't. You're right. But the shit that he did, come on, he was high level though.
And your man said a lot of suspect shit.
There's
a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, the fuck him in the ass, throw him over the bridge part. And somebody...
Pause that.
No, I'm just thinking, like, you're right. There was a couple, you know what I mean?
But I can't take away, like, lyrically, dude was on some other shit.
Yeah, he was mean. He was
one of those dudes. Unfortunately, when you get to a top 5, at least for me,
right.
Excuse me, you got to have a body of work. And
so who's your top 5?
Actually, I'm with you on everybody. Like I definitely Pac is my only difference.
Okay.
Like and it depends. Like the Ice Cube, it varies on the day between I'll put Ice Cube, Rakim in that spot, or LL.
Oh yeah. So look, LL is it. I got on LL late, like low key. I went through like a whole crash course in LL. I bought all 10 of his albums, my nigga, and just studied.
Yo, I literally walked probably 2 miles to go see Crush Groove when it came out. In some shell toes, fresh. And when I seen this nigga LL, bro, oh my God. Like when I'm Bad came out, like me and my cousin had a routine to the video.
Yeah.
LL was my guy for a long time. But
Yeah.
when Rakim came out, man, Rakim like aliens landing in your backyard. That nigga was so far ahead of niggas. Like, and what's crazy is like I watched some of these young cats do the review videos or whatever you want to call them when they watch artists, and when they watch Rakim, nigga.
Yeah, but he was different.
Niggas be like, yo.
Yeah, no, Ra was different. No, Ra definitely was different.
I got a chance to see that nigga perform.
Man.
In front of, I don't know, it was maybe 150 of us. Yo, this nigga was telling stories in between the song. Shout out to Troy Muhammad. Same nigga called me up. Come see Rakim. Yo.
It's big.
Man, I'm telling you, like that nigga is probably to this day, like to be honest, like nobody has changed hip hop like that guy.
I don't know. I got one for you.
Who?
DMX, the original DMX. Let's be real. He changed the. Remember, at that time, you had Diddy, Hove, the fly niggas, Nas. When X came, he changed the whole landscape.
He didn't know.
How you figure?
Because there's no other X after X. There's nobody that you're gonna say.
Yeah, you're right. I give you that.
There's no lineage of X. He was a meteor.
Yeah, you're right.
He was Halley's Comet.
Yeah, you're right.
75 years, but it was just that nigga.
You're right. You're right. I give you that. You're right.
Rakim, there's niggas still using his cadence, his structure, his rhyme pattern, his flow. You know, like that nigga changed. Like they're Rakim and Bone probably have changed hip hop more than any other artist.
I can agree with that. I definitely can agree with that. Yeah, that makes sense. I can agree with that.
You know, so yo, man, if people want to get in contact with you, how they go about doing that?
Oh man, y'all can make sure y'all follow me on my social sites. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook and all that. Catch me on Instagram. It's Who Is Richie. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, I talk back. And man, I got the new record called Pressure right now on all the platforms, featuring, like I said, my guy Eastside K-Boy and J-Rock. Make sure y'all get that and stay tuned for January. My EP, Highly Favored. It definitely will not disappoint.
Yo,
fuck with me.
And the only reason I didn't play that is because I want the video to actually be up on YouTube.
Got you. No, I got you.
Yeah, your people's gonna flag my shit.
I definitely got you.
I've tried it before, bro. I've been wasting my time, man. I love the song, though, man. Yo, like, and who did the beat on that?
It was a production crew called Track Pros, actually.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Super, super dope. Matter of fact, what's crazy is I met them through Ross. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, they down there cooking up. You know, Ross back in the lab working on something new. So, you know, we definitely, you know, getting some work in.
So, yo, and I know it's been a long time in the making for the interview, man. It was well worth the wait.
Man, like I said, I appreciate you giving me your time, brother. You know what I mean? And you know, I definitely make sure we get you some exclusive stuff, and I'll make sure I stay deep. No, for real. No, this is real because
niggas come on the show and be lying, bro.
No, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This is probably one of the most, you know what I'm saying, funnest, you know what I mean, in communicative and informative interviews that I've done. And I've been doing interviews all last 2 weeks, left and right. Bro, I was.
You ain't gotta lie to an old man, bro.
Nah, I gotta keep it a buck with you. I was low key, like I'm juiced, nigga. We got to talking about Cube, Nas, Cool J, 21, nigga. You know what I mean? We kept it a buck around here. So I definitely.
You know what we didn't talk about though? Cool G rap.
Oh, and you know he live in Phoenix. Yeah, Cool G. You know what I'm saying?
My guy Doc Ish fucks with him and does some of his production too.
He cool. He one of them ones, man. Like
Low key, Rakim might get credit that he deserves for changing how changing hip hop.
Got it.
Like Rakim was just more more digestible,
right?
Because Kool G Rap had the lisp, and he was saying more shit.
No, he was definitely consistent.
But bar wise,
man,
that nigga. All right, I got 5 minutes. Best pen in hip hop.
Right now, or
period. And I don't mean who's making the best songs. I mean, on paper, when you reading that shit, you're like, holy fuck, how did he create this shit? How did he write this? How did he think of this? Or she?
Man, I don't know if I can give you just one because, I think that all artists have seasons. You know what I mean? Like, emotional niggas be in their bag because
bro, stop with the political shit, bro.
Nah, like I've heard man. I mean, for an example, I was just tapping into Pun's album the other day. Bruh. My dog was on a whole a whole nother plate. You know what I mean? Pun was on a whole nother plate.
Yo, this nigga, and Pete Rock told us a story about this nigga in the studio recording, laying down, eating a sandwich.
I can believe it.
He had gotten that big where he was recording laying down.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And was still punishing shit though. You know what I mean?
You can't fucking tell. Like the breath control alone, that nigga was just, oh my God, man. I'm gonna give you one though. For me, Razzcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What do you mean? Raz is he one of them ones that you gotta give him his due too. No, Raz was definitely.
I didn't think nobody in your generation fucking even knew that nigga existed.
But again, so the reason for me though that I know is because I'm a person who studies that shit. You know what I'm saying? I and let me throw this out there. I cater that to Game though. When I first signed with Game, I remember the first 6 months we was going on tour. I remember he gave me $1,000. He told me to go to the Amoeba music store, and he goes, I want you to get all the classic albums, all of them. And I'm talking about, everything from The Chronic, you know what I'm saying, NWA, Ice Cube, Doggy Style, you know what I'm saying, Southern Playlist, the Cadillac Music, Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying, 36 Chamber, like everything, you know what I'm saying, everything. From the Roots to, my dog, UGK, like Scarface, Ghetto Boys, like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything that was classic. And he made me listen to it on the whole tour. And he was like, I want you to listen to their cadences. You know what I'm saying? Listen how he, you know what I'm saying, says and does this. Listen to his pen and blah, 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 blah. Like he made me study before he actually gave me the opportunity to jump out there. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell people that was probably one of the most monumental and appreciative moments ever in my career, because it made me have a different respect and I listen to music different from that day forward.
That's the best fucking Game story I have ever heard.
Yeah, man.
Even your dog agrees.
I know, right?
Shout out to your dog, man.
Yeah, facts. You know what I mean?
Yo, this has been dope, man. I truly appreciate your time, your energy, your wisdom, bro. Like, man, I wish you nothing but success in the future, man. I know I'm not gonna get no shit, bro. Like, tomorrow, this nigga's gonna be like, man, fuck this.
Nah, I'm tapped in. I'm telling you, I'm tapped in from here on out. We own it.
Whatever, man. Like I'm telling you, I'm getting a lot of motherfuckers be like, nigga, I'm gonna give you tickets to the show next week. All that nigga be like, bro, I don't know, this number does not exist.
Nah, I'm on you, baby. I'm on you. Like I said, I appreciate the time, man. Appreciate the hospitality, definitely, and just the knowledge. You know what I'm saying, of this hip hop thing, man. Is very appreciative on everything.
Yo, man, if you ever need anything, bro, I'm not sure what I could possibly do for you, but if you ever need anything, bro, just say the word. I got you.
My man, I appreciate you.
No doubt, man. Much love, man, and I'm wishing you much success, man. And yo, I need to hear that Rick Ross joint though.
No, I got you. I got
That's
you.
what
Matter
and
of fact, that'll be the exclusive.
I promise you. Not going. Not the soul is gonna hear it.
All right.
Just these 2 old ears. I forget about it.
I
Actually,
got
I
you.
won't. But I
No,
need
I
to hear
got
that
you.
shit. On
I
that
should- I
note, man,
should-
we out here, man.
My man.
No doubt. Peace, bro.
Come on.
Yo, that was fucking dope, man. Yo, and the game story. Oh my god, yo, the Ice Cube joint. I did not hear that one either. That was some new shit for me. Anyway, man, y'all already know, man. This is Jobs. It's just been another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, and you know, man, I only do legends only. And if I sound more raspy than I normally do, because I'm getting this Lou Rawls vibe that I got, it's because I'm fucking sick. You know, I came to work sick, man. Who does that? Anyway, on that note, shout out to Nerve DJs and all the representatives. Y'all fucking dope, man. And let me make sure that we stop everything before I get up out of here. Shout out to the sponsors. M3S3 clothing, man. Shout out to photos by Van, man. I didn't play the video, man, because it was a fucking dope ass interview. And shout out to Richie Evans, man. Yo, if you have not tapped into that joint pressure, please make sure you tap in and check it out. And look for his new joint, his new project dropping next month. I'm sorry, in January. Highly favored. We say January the 20th, I believe, which is Aquarius season. So I will be tapped in because I am an Aquarius. January 30th, in case you want to send me some money.